Pisces, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your September shift reading. So we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of in September, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. So Pisces, before we get into your cards, as I was sitting with your energy, I heard the phrase, "Bring me something I don't understand," which was a bit strange and I didn't understand it. I had to sit with it for a second. Give me something I don't understand. There was like this, it's like you're longing for an enigma. You know, you're like longing for something that you have to really put in effort to wrap your mind around. It's like you want to experience something you don't understand, which could mean that you want to experience something new that you have yet to explore or you have yet to understand. Maybe you're just like longing to experience a new adventure or to study something. I don't know. There's something about give me something I don't understand. You want an enigma. Because, you know, there can be something really attractive and something really enticing in, going down this Columbo rabbit hole of cracking the code of this enigma or cracking the code of something that feels larger than you and feels somehow beyond your reach or beyond your understanding, your scope of practice maybe. And so it's like if you could even attempt to wrap around your mind around something like that, you would be expanding in a way that you are very much longing for, I think. Like pushing the edges of your current experience. Okay, I like that energy. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'm using the fairy deck. You know, fairy deck has been speaking in readings lately in a way that's kind of surprising me because this deck doesn't often speak in my readings, but man, it's like the go-to deck these days for me suddenly. And it wanted to speak through these September shift readings. So let's see, what is the shift, the shape shift for Pisces in September? What is this shape shift for Pisces in September? Okay, wow, here we go. Oh, Pisces. This RAR has come through, I'll say like 80% of the readings. Most of the signs got this card in one shape or form, or in this exact form. And it's coming with the same exact message of like something incoming, something new. Your cards went flying, so give me a second. But this RAR seems to be something coming in. It's like, it's got cosmic type energy and it's packed with this like atomic type force because it's been showing up to me as a real buildup, a real concentration of energy that like cannot be held any longer. And so when it's like this larger cosmic space body, and when it gets to a certain point, reaches a certain point in the atmosphere, it drops and like something majorly explosive or expansive happens. So again, this is a collective energy that's been coming through for almost everybody. So it leads me to believe that maybe in September there's some sort of catalyst collectively that is quite explosive and quite expansive. I've been seeing it I would direct you to the Sagittarius reading because that felt like this, like the collective reading about this energy. Virgo reading as well, but really the Sag energy was coming through so strong here in September as something that is this concentration of fire that like it really experiences release and has massive repercussions in a big way, it's ultimately leading towards, I think, something really good, like a shift in consciousness almost, for maybe even for the earth. It's a lot. Go watch the Sag reading. That's all I'll say. But that is also coming through your reading, Pisces, in its own way. Because look at this. This is how the cards were laid. This Ra energy is on top of what this deck calls the Dark Lady, which I see as the Priestess, this like very deep, mysterious, intuitive kind of magic. The magic beneath the surface. The magic that maybe we are a bit afraid of, since it is usually beneath the surface. And then it's like, strangely, for you today, Pisces, I'm seeing this as the same being. The sage. It's almost like the priestess and the the Hierophant, like the high priestess and the high priest. These two figures that are essentially a channel. It's like as above, so below kind of thing. The channel for this deep wisdom that comes from above and also is drawn up from below. It's like they are meeting. They are meeting at this point. It's interesting because in the Sag reading, I saw this as the center of the earth, the core of the earth, where essentially the above and the below meet. And then there's this concentration that's like ready to release. Oh, I don't know. But all I know is it's bringing this like deep wisdom, because we've got the deep intuitive wisdom and then this like ancient seer type wisdom. And it's like they're coming together, they're meeting and becoming one, because again, I saw them as the same being. Okay, so that's the cosmic, trippy, collective part of this reading. Now, how does that apply to you? I think it looks like this. We have Mike the Myomancer and List of the Shadows. Mike the Myomancer is this hyper detail focus. Myomancy is watching the divining messages and patterns out of the movements of mice. Okay, so it's like you're watching something very small, like mice, moving around and watching their movements to discern meaning, to make meaning from their movements. Okay, so basically what that communicates to me is like a hyper focus on very small things. And you are wanting to zoom out. You are wanting to wrap your mind around a much larger enigma. It's like you're used to kind of playing in the same sandbox, playing in the same, playing with the same, or watching the same mice for years and years and years. And it's like, now I'm getting the image of like lab rats, like running in circles or running through a maze. And it's kind of sad. Maybe you're feeling like a little bit of a lab rat stuck in the lab with your own mice. Like, I'm not going to learn anything new from this. I'm just not going to learn anything new from this. I want to burst out of my own head. It looks like this one is bursting up out of the back of the head almost. Like the brains are being, I want my brains blown out, like in a good way. Okay. Not to be graphic, but it's like, I want my mind blown. That's why you're longing for something you don't understand. Like, I need my mind to be stimulated in a different way. And I think that's why List of the Shadows, it's like, there's an energy here. This is interesting because I usually get the story with this card of diving all the way down to the depths of the ocean, which would be here. It's like you dive down to the depths and this is who you meet. Whoa. Okay. Which is just a figure inside of you, an archetype within you, this like deeply powerful keeper of mystery, keeper of the unknown, keeper of the hidden. It's like you meet this one and she offers you piece of like intuitive power or knowledge that you didn't have before, and you use that as so if you've been through a dark period, Pisces, a dark night, so to speak, because both of these cards are in the dark, it's like that hasn't been for nothing, because it's like the priestess has called you there to show you something, to teach you something, to give you some bit of knowledge that was already within you, but it was lying hidden. And it's like once you have that, I see you springing off the bottom and sort of launching yourself, using the buoyancy of the water to help carry you back up to the surface. It's like Liz is holding her breath as she passes back up through the shadows where she just dove down into the shadows, and now she springs off the bottom, and she has to hold her breath as she rises back up through the shadow land that she has just traversed, armed with some new knowledge here, and ready to burst through the surface. 11:11 on the clock. Burst through the surface and take in new air. Suddenly you're back to the surface and you have breath in your lungs again. New life again. So again, down to the depths in order to rise up to the surface. These two forces working together with you, inside of you, to move out of this hyper-detailed focus. I mean, look at this one. He looks exhausted, Mike the Myomancer. I'm sick of watching these same mice I can't watch these mice for the rest of my life. You don't have to, Pisces. Get out of the labyrinth. Get yourself out of this energy which would otherwise keep you pull you down. Rise yourself up, let yourself be carried and floated back up to the surface, because it's almost like Liz, once she hits the bottom here and meets the priestess, it's like suddenly there's a new lease on life, and you've got to quickly get back up to the surface because there's something else for you to learn. There's something else for you to do here. There's something else for you to share. And it's like, let's go. Hurry, 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 back up to the surface as quickly as you can to take in that new breath of life. Breath of new life. This is exciting. Wow, Pisces. Okay, I'm going to take this into an extended reading now and pull some more cards from some other decks and see if we can get some clarity on what exactly this is talking about for you. So if you'd like to join me for that extended, click the link in the description box below, and that will take you to Patreon. Patreon is an online community I've created for folks that really enjoy my work and want to dig deeper. If that sounds like you, head over there, read the description when you get there so you know how it works, and I'll send you the extended reading for September. All right, Pisces, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, Pisces, stop waiting. Stop waiting. It will never happen. It won't happen if you're waiting because it's up to you to make it happen. That's the thing. You know, it's like it's waiting for you and you're waiting for it. And so if everybody's waiting, it's never going to happen. And so that's why the Emperor is here with this like decisive action taking energy, because this is the energy of boldness. This is the energy of, okay, I've got the fire in me, the impetus, the initiative that it takes to move out of stasis, move out of waiting and into action, to move my life into action. Anything else for Pisces? Okay, that's a little bit too much. Too many cards. Ah. Yeah, exactly. Are you too comfortable to grow? Because the kind of expansion that we're talking about here is really busting you out of all of the, it seems like it's busting you out of the containers you have come to know. You know, it's like you get the image of Alice in Wonderland, right? She takes the tablet, one tablet, and it shrinks her down. Oh, it shrinks her down. Well, now maybe you've been shrunken down for so long, Pisces, that it feels too scary to try the other tablet. But maybe now it's time to try the other tablet. And yes, there will be growing pains with that kind of expansion and that kind of fast expansion. Okay? But it's like you take that other tablet and you are colossal suddenly, this huge expansion, and you can no longer fit where you used to fit, which is why I think you'll have to move on. You'll have to walk away from what can no longer hold you or contain you.